This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
It's Monday.
It is Monday. It damn sure is a Monday.
It's a Monday for sure. It's definitely that.
It's a Monday.
Beyond everything else, it is definitely a Monday.
F this Monday.
So over the weekend,
Yuck.
specifically earlier, like Sunday-ish, I think is when you sent me this. You sent me some stuff.
You want to start there?
Yeah, we're gonna start there.
Do you really want to start
Yeah,
there?
we're starting
Sure.
right
This
there.
is the NPR
Yeah,
article?
yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine. No, that's fine. So I'm trying to become more involved on Twitter.
Yeah, you are.
I don't know what that means yet.
That does
but
not mean a lot.
I'm trying to be more involved on Twitter. And,
Sure,
And
yeah,
I happened
that's what
to
it is.
see. Actually, I'd seen this tweet from somewhere else. It was it was like a screen grab.
Yeah.
And so I said, let me dig just a teensy weensy little bit and do some research. And sure enough, I was able to find the actual tweet because apparently NPR didn't have to have, they didn't have a date or nothing on there. So I didn't know what this was. So I'm
Right. Yeah.
looking.
Yeah. Right.
Anywho.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I do a little bit of homework and I find this beautiful tweet from NPR.
Right.
Quote, the AR-15 is designed to blow targets apart. Its bullets travel with such velocity that they can decapitate an adult.
Now, what was my response to that?
WTF.
Huh.
Yeah. So I not only sent him the tweet, sent him the NPR article. I also sent Daily Caller, which Daily Caller, it's whatever. But the NPR, here's the NPR article. Are you ready?
No, well, so the whole thing is about Uvalde.
Yeah, the Uvalde, yeah. And
but
the original thing was about this coroner who now knows, quote unquote, what it looks like.
but he will never tell you what he saw.
Yeah, I know.
He will never tell you what he saw.
He hasn't seen anything. He knows nothing. No, I know.
But yeah, so this is where it actually
This
gets.
is where it gets to. So as part from the article,
Yeah.
quote, the AR-15, which is a weapon used by the government at Robb Elementary,
Mm-hmm.
is designed to blow targets apart. It's a weapon built for war. And when fired into a human adult body, its bullets travel with such fierce velocity that they can decapitate a person or leave a body looking, quote, like a grenade went off in there, end quote, as Peter Ree, a trauma surgeon near the University of Arizona, told Wired. The carnage of the weapon leaves behind has become a signature of school shootings and other mass shootings across the country.
I have a question.
Sure.
Now, I understand this guy is a trauma surgeon. But does he have any training in, I don't know, firearms
Or deduction.
or anything? Because being a trauma surgeon
Does
means
he
that-
even have eyes?
No, well,
I'm confused.
Okay, hold on. Being a trauma surgeon, though, okay,
Sure.
you do surgeries on people that have a lot of trauma.
It's in the name.
Yeah,
That's
kind of
so it's
how it works,
implied,
right?
Yeah.
that's what I'm just breaking it down.
No. We
Okay.
have to.
We're
Little
good?
bit by little bit. Yeah, sure,
Okay,
sure.
so you got that. Okay?
Sure.
So he could have seen many things in his lifetime so far.
Like a ton.
Tons of things.
Tons and tons of things.
One thing that I know for certain that this man has never seen.
Is an AR-15 having decapitated somebody?
No. Is specifically a wound from an AR-15 that, quote, like a grenade went off in there.
You sure of this?
I am dead certain.
Are you sure of this?
I am so certain I would willingly sacrifice my right arm.
Okay.
to a shot from an AR-15
Okay.
so I can see it for myself blowing it up.
Gotcha.
Now, it might actually go through the bicep and blow up the bicep, but that's just because my arms are not that big.
Also depends on the size of the weapon.
It does.
Not the weapon, but the
bullet.
the cartridge itself.
Right. Because, I mean, there are multiple rounds that can go into an AR.
Yeah, I think that, like I said, I think the highest I saw in doing a little research, I think it is the 7.6 or damn it.
Well, there's a 5.56.
Yeah, it's a 7.62. I'm having one of
He's
those
having a great
days
day.
today. But anyway, I think it's a 7.62 is the highest it goes.
Okay, but this kid could not get a 7.62.
No, you can't do that because the kick on that sucker will hurt.
Not only that, but it. Let's just say that it's not highly possible to get 7.62 rounds for
I was
an
gonna say,
AR-15 when you're
it's-
18 years old.
it's expensive.
It's
right now.
expensive.
It costs a lot of the money.
Mommy and daddy's money they'd have figured it out at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like somebody would have found out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So but yeah, according to Wired, according to NPR, it can decapitate a person.
Decapitate.
So the one reason I did send you the Daily Caller. There is a little
They
bit
did
in there.
some things. and
They did a
stuff.
little bit of research, not a ton. It's
Yeah.
not a crazy.
Now, okay.
Article.
So a 7.62.
Mhm.
If it was a hollow point,
It would even depend on the hollow point.
like if it was a 7.62 hollow point,
Yeah, okay, but to my knowledge, and I'm not, fully versed, but I don't think they make a 7.62 hollow point.
okay. But I'm saying if they
Nor do
made-
they make one in a ballistic form.
right a ballistic.
Or they do, but it's ballistics and it's strictly military. Like
It is military only, and it goes in, and that's it.
you want to unalive somebody, that's what you use. Exactly.
And
But
if you
it's,
don't have the
again-
money for that, then
But you're not going to be able to buy even that
Well,
kind
okay.
of a round
All right,
because
all right.
it's
So 5.56.
even a 5.56, which again is still incredibly expensive to get your hands on right now.
Could it explode
velocity?
like a grenade in
No.
the person?
Absolutely.
Could it be the pachoo?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. No.
My wife is singing a song over there.
Even at virtually point blank, there's no way. And that's kind of what the Daily Caller goes and pulls out. Where did it go? The NPR piece cited a report from Intercept, or from The Intercept,
Yeah, from the Intercept.
which said a survey found that, quote, Viet Cong fighters, so this is during Vietnam,
Yeah.
okay, hit with the weapon, which I want to just be a smartass and say it says hit with the weapon, not with the round, but I digress.
Okay, fine.
Viet Cong fighters hit with the weapon
Uh-huh.
were frequently decapitated and dismembered. Many looking as though they had quote unquote exploded. A field report documented how an AR-15 can blow up a man's head and turn another's torso into one big hole. So, quote, the machine designed for mass killing and maiming of other people a design that had nothing to do with hunting or sportsmanship should not be on the American streets, according to The Intercept. At a minimum, no one in public life should be allowed to deny what it really does. End quote.
So just as a little point of
reference?
point of reference here.
Sure. Point your
That was
reference.
the Intercept.
Yes. That was from The Intercept.
I will also point you to Quora.
Quora?
Which is
I've
a
heard of
left-leaning
Quora.
site.
Which is a question and answer site.
A question answer, mostly left-leaning site.
Yes.
Cora, were AR-15s A2 versions rifles being used in the by American soldiers in Vietnam?
Uh-huh. The answer is going to be absolutely yes.
Answer, no.
No, they spelled yes wrong.
No.
They spelled yes wrong.
No such thing as an AR-15A2 ever was used by the U.S. military. Though you're clearly thinking about the M16A2.
Which is of the same family,
It's the M16.
except for the AR-15.
It's Armalite,
Yes, it looks like it.
but it's not the same.
It can't even be it. I don't think, and I could be
It's
wrong.
not even close.
There's not an option to make it automatic. I mean, I'm sure you could always, make the parts or do whatever, and you could probably buy stuff that could work. But I don't think that it is designed to have it. Is my point.
No.
It's not designed to be an automatic weapon.
No, it's
It's
not.
the M16.
Which is an automatic weapon, which
Is
you
an
can decapitate somebody with just because you can fire that many rounds off.
Yeah. The thing is when you're the Viet Cong in the Vietnam War was pretty rough.
It was.
You had to do a lot of
It's the very roughs.
yeah. There was a lot of explosions and crazy things and
Right.
whatnot.
Uh-huh.
I would argue the only gun off the top of my head, no pun intended, that I can think of that could
Good.
potentially blow someone's head clean off his shoulders
Right.
might be the Beretta 50 cal.
I could see that, actually.
No, I know. I have.
You have seen that. Yeah.
It's
I could see that.
stuff and things and stuff.
Or why don't we just put a grenade launcher on the bottom?
Well, that's that you can. That's the thing. The weapon, an AR-15 could have the option for a grenade launcher, except for no civilian can own a
Grenade launcher. Right.
which is
dumb.
dumb. It's sad, really.
But it's understandable to some extent.
No, it is.
It is.
I saw this and I said, wait a second.
Uh-huh.
Wait, just a ding dang darn moment.
Dang darn dang it.
Darn moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is just crap.
Yeah, there's a lot of crap.
Despite the insistence from APR that or NPR, APR. Sorry, Dave.
Not Dave.
Sorry, Dave.
Dave is a good guy.
Um,
He knows what he's talking about.
The AR-15 can, or despite the insistence from NPR that the AR-15 can decapitate people, Daily Caller consulted other people who actually shot quote unquote weapons of war.
Oh, no. What?
Yeah. Delta Force operator Bob Keller told Daily Caller that he has, quote, never seen, end quote, someone decapitated by an AR-15. And he would say that the claim is BS.
And I would agree.
Stephen Gutowski, founder of Reload and Firearms Reload and Firearms Reported, told the Daily Caller that NPR's claim, quote, doesn't sound realistic at all.
Because it's not.
Because he's stupid. Quote, 100% inaccurate, O'Neill said when he asked for his thoughts on NPR's assertion. Quote, if you think about it logically, which a lot of politicians don't. You can decapitate someone with anything. People get decapitated in car wrecks. As a former Navy SEAL who has shot people up close with something similar to an AR-15, you don't blow their head off. It's not how it works.
That was Rob O'Neill.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say.
By the way.
Yeah.
American hero, Navy SEAL.
Yes.
He's the guy that
Shot Bin Laden.
Shot
Quote,
the Bin Ladens.
it's a small caliber bullet with a high velocity. It doesn't decapitate you. I shot Bin Laden 3 times in the head up close with the same caliber, and it didn't decapitate him.
So let's just, okay. All right, let's put this to bed now. Rob O'Neill
Okay.
shot somebody in the head
Yeah.
with an AR.
Well, of a similar bullet.
Similar
and
bullet.
that's the key. That
Similar caliber weapon.
Because that's the key,
that's the point.
ladies and gentlemen.
It's about
it
the caliber.
doesn't matter what the gun looks like. It depends on the bullet that it is firing.
Right.
Okay?
So he fired a 226 probably. Mm-hmm. Because that's what they're normally given is 226.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's most military spec 226, especially for close combat like that. Nowadays.
Or you're thinking 5.56.
No, sorry.
Yeah, NATO 5.56.
Yeah, the 5.56, sorry.
Anyway.
But still, even a 5.56, right?
Right.
So there's still. He shot him 3 times
3 times, you say.
in the head.
In the head. With the
With
same
the same caliber or similar caliber, probably a higher caliber than the gun that was used in Texas.
Yeah. Again, we're not saying that an AR can't do damage, but the reason why everyone, including civilians, like the AR is because it's reliable and because it's accurate. It's because of the way it's designed. It can launch a bullet accurately.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing, right?
It has nothing to do with the explosive power. It has nothing to do with velocity that can take someone's head off.
No.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It again.
Piercing through their skull? Sure.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. Do you know what else can pierce someone's skull?
Pretty much.
A 22.
Yeah.
Which, guess what? 9 times out of 10, depending on your distance, it'll go in and never come back out, which means it just kind of ricochets inside your skull
And that does even more damage.
and does even way more damage than
Going straight through.
right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're going to die either way.
True, but, which would you... Brain puree is a lot slower, just so we're
I was
clear.
going to say, one might be more painful.
Yeah. And when you have a lobotomy done by a 22 round, it's not. Peekaboo Sarky Jackal over on Twitter. An AR-15 can so decapitate people, but you need the optional guillotine blade launcher attachment. Which just goes back into what
I told you, you need
the SEAL had said. Mr.
Right.
O'Neill had said about how it's anything can do it.
Anything.
James also on Twitter. Every gun channel on YouTube that shoots ballistic gel mannequins should demand their money back then. No 9mm has ever blown a lung out of a target. No AR has ever caused a torso to explode.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
I agree.
See, here's the thing that a lot of these people, and you could tell that they clearly have no experience with firearms whatsoever. Because a gun, for all intents and purposes, as much as we've seen on TV and we think it's so cool and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
There are not many guns, let alone ammunition for said guns, that are meant or designed to blow someone apart.
I mean, you're right, James.
It's
An elephant
not.
gun can be used.
Yeah, but again, the elephant gun,
Look at the round on it.
that's what I'm saying. An elephant gun, you're talking about, again,
It's huge.
it is. The round is explosive, and it'll rip your arm off as you shoot it.
Unless you have it secured properly.
Even then, you're going to get done and have a giant bruise, like right there.
Yeah. That's,
know?
that's going to be the case.
Your shoulder is going to be screaming. Your tennis
God.
career will be over, just so we're clear.
A tennis elbow? Screw that.
I know, right. But a gun is not meant to explode. It is meant to drop someone quick,
I mean,
fast.
technically,
No,
that's exactly what happens when you fire the gun. It explodes.
no, I know that. But the round is not. What enters into the individual or the target
It's not meant to explode.
is
yes.
not meant to explode. Even the velocity, and just so we're clear, the velocity is determined by the amount of gunpowder and what have you in the round itself. There is nothing about the AR-15, or any gun for that matter,
Right.
that can alter by a noticeable degree
Yeah. Uh-huh.
the velocity of a bullet. Now, rifling and things like that do help.
That also helps keep aim.
Yeah, but you're right. It's not going to turn around and set it up to where you go, you know what? I got this special rifling now in my AR-15, and I can now blow the head off of that damn dog across the street, and all I'm going to do is do one shot.
It's not going to happen.
See, that's the thing. You watch it. These people are watching too many movies. They're watching too many Mythbuster things where they try to get stuff to explode. Whatever. The whole point is it's meant to the stuff that they have heard and seen.
Which, by the way, Mythbusters, they do a great job of exploding things.
Well, they did.
But
They did.
They did. But they
May they rest in
never.
peace.
The show, at least.
Well, no. The Asian dude died. You know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Imahara?
Yep. He died
When?
5 or 6 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Google that junk, dude. Yes, he did. I saw it come flying across everything, and I even looked it up for after it was
No.
reports. Yes, he died.
He
God
was-
bless him. It was
He was great at building things.
he was, yeah, but no, he died. Sadly, it was. I can't remember. It was
Now I got
some kind of
I
genetic
gotta
weird
look.
thing that happened. But yeah, no, he passed away.
Oh,
See?
yeah, look at that.
Right there. See?
Look at that.
Yeah,
Where is she at?
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It was 2 years ago. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
49.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Like the thing will tell you why he died.
Yeah.
Like what the cause was. I can't remember. But the point of it is the kind, these people, you kid the gun could decapitate somebody.
Huh.
No,
Nope.
can't.
Nope, can't. Although he built a machine that can decapitate somebody.
Yes, he did.
But
it's not the same thing.
Specifically made to cut with a sword.
Yes, it was like a guillotine, but
Sword.
sword.
Yes. Shink. Oops.
Oops, accidentally discharged my 9mm into the ground and shows a strip mine. I mean, but that's how they act.
My bad.
That's how they act. Or they think that, like, you remember the explosive marks on, or the quote unquote wound holes on the T-1000 from Terminator 2?
Oh, yeah.
The giant Jiffy Pop looking size things.
Yeah.
That's what everybody is convinced it happens when you get shot with something like that. And it's not.
Yeah, no.
It's not.
little teeny tiny hole.
It's a little hole. Like, they're very big.
Once again, okay. And this is why I talked about hollow points, because goes in really tiny, comes out about 3 times the size.
Yes, because it expands.
Right, because the moment it hits, it
Yes, that's what it's designed to do. You're still not going to be able to decapitate someone, even with that.
no, it's
Can
just going
you-
to punch a nice big hole in the back of them.
Yeah. Is it going to be, could it be bad? Yeah.
Yeah,
But
good.
again, I don't think, and I'm sad, I'm sorry, I'm not that versed in it. I don't think you can, I really don't think they make hollow points for rifles. You know, I don't think they do that. I don't think they do that.
223-556 hollow point ammo for sale.
Yeah, but is it for rifle? Because there are I think there are a few guns that are.
Frontier cartridge.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yes,
damned.
I'm over 18. No, I don't want
Confirm your age
to. No.
by sending your email
Oh, yeah.
so you can get set on the waiting list.
NATO 75 GR hollow point.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I stand correct because I don't have a weapon that's ever used that, so I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had to check it. So there you go.
He's about a
45s. That's what I need some 45s.
He's some 45.
I actually do. I really do.
Oh, look at all that long. Yeah,
Even a
buddy.
shotgun would be hard pressed to blow someone's head off.
At close range.
It would blow it apart.
It'd be better at close range.
It wouldn't, it wouldn't do more than that. Like, that's,
Right.
come on now. Stupid.
Oh,
So stupid.
bro.
Ooh.
Oh,
Shut up.
shut the front door.
That's it?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's empty. There's nothing special
It
about it.
doesn't matter.
but I wants it.
Oh gosh.
Daddy wants it bad.
We're finding stuff we shouldn't find.
Stuffing things. Damn you, internet.
It's on sale.
Christmas list has already started.
No.
This is Defenders Live.
I don't know if anybody's interested or not, but currently right now at ClassicFirearms.com, they have a contest going on where you can win a Beretta.
A 50
Sniper.
cal. A 50 cal.
50 cal sniper Beretta.
It's a 50 cal. Just so we're clear on this.
2 days left, I'm just saying. You can
If you want
enter
it,
to win. Deadline is June 8th.
we're not getting anything out of it, but we found it. We're like, hey,
I found it, and you know what? I'm going to pass it along.
pass it on to someone else.
Even the bullets are too expensive for me.
I know, but it would still be
Even just
badass.
taking it to the range would cost me so much money.
I know.
That's why.
And they don't make ranges good enough for that.
No.
Because, again, that's something you literally start testing yourself against the earth.
Yeah.
Curvature of the earth.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, all kinds of
See how far you can shoot it. And,
the Aureolus effect and all that jazz.
yep.
Like, that's
That's what you use that for.
That's what's fun comes in. James over on Twitter at Dylan Laws has his military bias. Hollow points are illegal in combat. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as I knew, we weren't allowed to have them. You're not gonna be able to shoot somebody with a hollow point from that far because you're not fair.
Not fair to do that, dummy. Can't do that.
You're just a mean guy.
Don't be doing that, though.
Why you so mean?
Why can't I just shoot you and make you pass away?
Yeah. Why can't
It's a war.
why can't I put you in the express lane
It's
to meet your maker?
If it's a war,
Yeah.
does that not make sense to use the better artillery?
Logic kind of says so, but you know, it's against the Geneva Convention.
Whatever.
It's up there with.
I'm not part of the military, so
No, but if you ever engage,
right.
it's up there with the. You're not supposed to gas
crimes.
people, and
It's war
yeah,
crimes.
you'll be convicted of a war crime quick and
fast
in
and
a hurry.
So, New Yorkers paying $5 a gallon for gasoline may think things can't get much worse, but in one California town, People are shelling out nearly double that for their fill-ups.
Yeah. I feel like we called this.
We did call this. We called this very quickly. At the very beginning of this, a Chevron station in the coastal village of Mendocino. It's Mendocino.
You're going to go with Mendocino?
It's Mendocino. It is nowadays.
Okay.
It is to me.
Okay.
That's where we're staying.
No, sure. That's fine.
I'm saying it's Mendocino.
There's no just there, but okay.
You know what?
You're reading the article. Far be it from me to tell you
It's
how to say
Mendocino.
something. I got you, Mendocino. I lived in California. I know exactly where it's at.
I know. And I know it's not Mendocino, but it is now.
It is now, and that's fine.
That's what we're going with.
But okay.
It sounds better to me.
Oh, real fast, James over Twitter. It's a good thing that Dirty Harry only had a 357 instead of a 9mm.
Right?
Right?
Right.
Referring to the hole in the ground. Shot in the strip mine. Stuff like that.
It's Chevron station.
Oh, and Peekaboo Starkey Jekyll does the iTarget thingy come in the 50 caliber.
Yeah, iTarget Pro. Yeah, actually, I think it does.
I think it does, actually.
You might be able to get one.
You might.
I think they could make one for you custom if you ask.
Yeah, if you're real polite.
If you're really, really nice.
Of course, you might be able to get just literally a regular, like, laid up
Laser, just kind of put it in there and just boop.
Just click.
It'll fit.
I'm sure it will. Anyway,
this Chevron station is about 175 miles north of San Francisco. And it was charging $9.60 a gallon for regular on Friday afternoon.
F that, dude.
Now, that is more than $3 above the state average of $6.30.
But there's no price gouging. They're gonna go after everyone, right? About the price gouging for gasoline, right?
Yep.
Totally go after everyone else for price gouging.
It's also $4.78 higher than the national average, which is $4.82.
No, they're going after the price gouging, man.
But
They're not in play.
individual stations throughout the country are charging more than the average, including stations that topped more than $8 on Friday.
Yeah, but but they're cracking down on these people who are price gouging.
Obviously.
I mean, that's what they're gonna do.
That's what they're doing. They're cracking down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it won't last long.
See, prices have also surged in New York, where statewide average hit around $4.85, according to AAA. And by the way, it's getting closer to that here now.
Yeah.
I thought I saw like a 450s running up in a way, and that was not cool.
Excuse me. No, I seen.
Because I got to get gas tomorrow.
Actually, I'm gonna have to get gas too, and I don't have any money. I have to pull money out of savings.
Oh no, that sounds fun.
Anyway, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think the highest I've seen here was like 469. I think.
Yeah, I'm hoping to find it in a cheap place.
Real fast. Do you have Sheets?
Yeah.
A Sheets card?
Yeah,
Go to Sheets.
I know.
No, seriously, because they are now through August offering 10% or not 10%, 10 cents off
Really, on everything instead of two.
instead of 2 or the 3. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. I don't know how many times. I think it's up to $50.
Oh, that's one Philip.
No, I know, but I'm saying like you fill up with $50 and then you're done,
Yeah.
and then they'll give it to you the next time,
Oh, cool.
and I think it's the next time and next time. I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah, there you go. So
far.
I'll go to Sheets then.
Yes,
That would
at
be-
least the next time.
at least
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
so you can
sometime I'll find a Sheets. Oh, there's a Sheets near where we're at, so that's good. Yeah, work out.
pass right by the daggone thing.
Yeah, should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Staten Island topping more than $5 on Saturday morning. The Mendocino station, Schaffler's Auto Body and Repair. Bless you. And it's is the only one.
Is the only one?
The only one in the tourist haven.
Okay.
It's the only gas station in town.
Wow. So
The only gas station in town. Described.
So it's because it's their only one, they feel they have the right to just kind of rape
Do
people?
whatever the hell they want. They're the only one. You can't say they're price gouging because they're the only one in town.
Wow.
Because you can't compare. Yeah, the Chevron gas station in Mendocino, California, was charging nearly $10 a gallon for regular gas on Friday, and they have the photos to prove it.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's Supreme. Yeah, that's the Supremes. The Supreme was basically $9.79.
Still anything
$9.50 for regular.
$9.50 for regular is still insane.
Yeah. $3 higher. Jeez. Owner Judy Schaffler told San Francisco Gate or sfgate.com. She paid $50,000 for 8,880 gallons delivered this week, which she says has 10 days. She has 10 days to pay for. 3 months ago, the same loan would have been about $30,000. So she's basically been doubled in price.
Which, I mean,
so the oil price for her has doubled.
Yeah, which again, it's inflation. It's the getting it to her. It's all this stuff. It's natural. It's normal. It happens.
Right.
But
except for the fact that she's in California, which means she's closer to every other reserve that we have.
Right.
Every reserve and refinery that we have. I mean, she's closer to Alaska than we are. She's closer to Texas than we are. I mean.
Yeah.
So technically,
It's crazy.
shouldn't be that bad.
$10 a gallon.
Yeah, Schaeffler claims that the other stations are charging as much as she is, but AAA has the average of the area set for $6.31.
Well, so we really need to plan our trip for California then, because gas is so cheap.
Obviously.
Totally.
Yes.
Just so cheap. Mm-hmm. Inexpensive.
So very, very easily acquired.
Yeah. They're not double dealing or price gouging. You're not raping their people around there, bidding them over a barrel, be like, here, guys, do you want to have gasoline? Well, guess what you got to do?
And now for something completely the same.
Oh, good. You're talking about speaking of being bent over a barrel.
Yeah, gas prices reached another record high on Monday, while the Biden administration continues to deny any responsibility whatsoever for the rising cost. As we talked about, the average right now is $4.87.
That's crazy.
Gas prices jumped 25 cents more than from last week's average of $4.62, and rose nearly 60 cents over the past month.
Yeah, it's. Is it a direct? Just so we'll clarify, is it directly the president's fault and the administration's fault? No, we're going to be honest about it. It's not direct. They didn't turn around and go, we're just going to make this happen. Now, is it undue? Maybe I will even give them the benefit of the doubt on this. Could it possibly be maybe unforeseen consequences?
Maybe
Could be. It could be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not for nothing.
Yeah.
You know, the Russians do play a part.
They can, yeah.
When you're importing oil because you shut everything down.
Right. Yes.
You know,
when you're bringing in the Russian oils and the Chinese oils,
and suddenly they're
and
all
the Saudi oils
fighting and arguing amongst themselves.
Yeah. But here's the thing. So,
I mean, it's still your fault, but it's not your fault. Like we can give them the benefit of the doubt that he wasn't intentionally bringing it down, even though he did make the statement that now was the opportunity to completely get rid of fossil fuels and start forcing everyone to have electric cars. But don't pay any attention to that.
Come on, that's not.
That was after everything went to hell.
Come on.
Okay, just so we're clear. Look. I was just playing devil's advocate.
I know.
So there you go.
Bud Judge, Transportation Secretary, he was on ABC News this week.
Okay.
And he was talking about, he told them that the president's decision to release oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, quote, helped stabilize the global oil and the global oil prices. How
exactly?
See, he added that Biden's decision to suspend the Environmental Protection Agency's summertime ban on 15% ethanol gas could help lower prices, and permitting oil and gas companies to use 15% ethanol blends instead of using the 10% should lower the prices because there's less crude oil in the blend. But energy experts have warned that the impact on price could be minimal at best. That's according to the New York Times.
You're the problem with the releasing of all of the strategic reserve oil
Right.
was you did not release it to the United States.
Yeah, you sold it.
You sold it.
You sold it to a global economy, which, by the way, Nancy Pelosi told us that, oil is a global commodity. It is not an American commodity, so you just got to deal with it.
What does that even mean?
It means
She's trying to imply that there are other people in the world who use it, and so it's more important for them to have it than us?
what she's trying to imply is that America will no longer produce it, and we're just going to have to deal with buying it from everybody else instead.
See, the problem with this. No, here's the real problem. Like these people, there are people in the administration. Who they are exactly, I don't know. Okay?
Yeah.
But there are politicians and people in the administration, the current administration, who are all about the long game. And what I mean by the long game is they're going to turn America into this pristine,
Crystal clear.
yeah, the waters are, they're going to let the entire world burn itself down. No, Russia. No, China. If you guys want to do the coal thing, you want to do all this stuff, we will import it now. We'll deal with it now. We'll suck it up now. We're not going to make our own thing. And we're going to wait. And then when your country has fallen completely apart, when people are dying left and right, when you have been spent and spread incredibly thin, have nothing left to your name, you are a desolate, I was going to say corrupt, but it's not. Well, it would be that too.
They are corrupt, yeah.
But I'm thinking more of polluted cesspool. Literally, when you were completely expended, then America can go, oh, look what we have here, and we will charge you out the wazoo. Like that's the angle.
We will help.
Yeah. We will be the helpers, but we will charge them out the wazoo, which is dumb because the fact that they don't have any money.
Yeah.
But that's how they're looking at it. They're looking at it as we're going to be the last one standing.
Not really. Not in this way.
No.
Not how we're going. Anyway, Bud Judge continued on saying, quote, "We know the price of gasoline is not set by the dial in the White House.
No,
in the
you're
Oval
right.
Office. It's not set that way.
You're right.
When the oil companies, company is deciding hour by hour how much to charge you for the gallon of gas, they're no calling the administration. They're not calling the administration to ask what they should do. They're doing it based on their goal on maximizing their profits.
And there's the lie. As the article we just read you proved, it's not the oil companies.
Because,
It's the literal gas stations that do
the oil
this stuff.
companies can't get the oil. They have to import it.
Yeah.
Which means that, one, they have to pay an upcharge, and they have to pay the import charge.
It's a kind of a fixed thing.
They have to pay
Yeah.
the tariffs and the importing and all the rest of it, plus the price per barrel.
Yeah. It's literally, again,
Plus the price it costs to transport it over.
It's a fixed thing. I keep coming back to that, and I feel like no one's hearing me. It's a fixed thing.
There's a fixed rate to getting stuff from overseas.
It would be it's a whole different angle if they're pumping it out, if they've got buddies and they're pumping it from America.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's when you could start pointing and saying, oh, no, it's the companies that are trying to make profits, because then they could turn around and have their buddies pump it out and they can work these backroom deals and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Well, what happened when we were pumping it out?
We were getting raped.
No, what happened when we were pumping it out?
We were doing good.
Yeah. Not only were we doing well, but we were actually, we had a surplus.
Yeah.
The price per barrel went down to $40 per barrel.
Yeah. It almost crashed Russia's
Almost crashed
economy.
the economy of Russia and also the OPECs.
Uh-huh. Well, and here's that's the thing that I don't understand. why don't we sell our oil? Not just the reserves. It's just strategic.
You're talking
reserves.
about actually producing and selling.
Make it an actual commodity. Sell the junk.
That's because of the feathered tiddywinks.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the feathered tiddywinks.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, they're very rare species, and we can't drill on their land.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, it just so
That's a
happens they
shame.
take all the land up, specifically only where oil is produced and drilled out. So we can't.
That's
we can't.
convenient.
Yeah, very weird. It's very weird. They're spread out, very widespread, but they only have like 200 left.
Only?
Only 200 left.
And they have
But if there's
Wait a
one-
minute, I've heard about those. Those are the long life living, the lifespan on those things
See.
is like 1,000 years.
Right. And they have very
yeah.
low reproductive rates.
Yep.
But so even one on the land is like you have to give them 100,000 miles.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard about this.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Those terrible
It's
feathered tiddywinks.
It's so stupid. They blame me. Again, it's not the oil companies doing this. There's a part of it. Yes, they're all trying to make a living, but everyone is trying to make a living at this point.
Literally everyone.
Literally everyone is trying to optimize and get the most money that they could possibly get right now. Why? Because we're being bent over a barrel.
We're literally
We
tanking.
have nothing. Nothing. There's the supply lines are garbage.
Yep.
Which is turned around and made buying anything virtually impossible because you go into the store and there's hardly anything in there in some places.
Very true.
The price of it, therefore, is skyrocketed.
Yes.
Like, and then you're going to, it's insane. Everyone's trying to make something stretch longer and further. And
I'm here to tell you, ladies, it's not how it works.
wow. Wow. That's all I can say to that is wow.
Sorry, it was an easy joke. It was
That's what she said.
mm-hmm.
Whatever. No,
Anyway.
No, that's whatever.
Yeah, he continues on saying that it's been very striking right now to see these oil companies who have become almost ridiculously profitable. And you hear these oil executives on record talking about they're not going to increase production.
Incredible, you say?
They can't increase production. They're not allowed.
They're not allowed to.
They're not. You don't allow them to increase.
It's almost like if you
production.
hadn't have shut down the Keystone Pipeline, we might have been able to do that.
And the Keystone was actually from Canada.
Yeah. Weird.
The Keystone XL pipeline was Canadian oil.
I know. Isn't it weird?
It's very weird. Why'd we shut it down?
Well, because we don't want to taint our land.
Sure, except for we already had all the permits for all the stuff.
Yeah.
We literally had it 90% built. All you had to do was build the one little section where that swamp was. That you were like, oh, the feather tiddywinks. And we were like, no, that's stupid.
You're dumb. And you're like, yeah,
And then
we
the
are.
Supreme Court said, yeah, that's stupid. Build it. And then a new president came in and said, no, we're not finishing.
Yeah, we're going to take everything away. Why? Because Donald Trump touched it.
Exactly.
You don't want to be tainted with the Donald Trumps.
Sure.
And that's what happened.
Exactly.
No tainting of anything with Donald Trump.
No Donald Trump taint.
I mean, I don't disagree with that.
I just...
I'm talking more along from a literal standpoint.
I know.
as
That's what
opposed to-
I know. I was right there with you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I don't know what
What
you're
are
talking about.
where'd your head go?
I was just worried that somebody was taking it metaphorically or
Oh, yeah, a little bit too
crossing the line. as
a
it
little
were.
too on the cuff here.
Yeah. I just here's you know what, and this is the part, and it'll never end. It'll never end. But this is the part about all this that pisses me off is the lion.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
It's these
It's these people's fault.
these terrible corporate people. They're killing you.
Yeah, they're doing it.
The business is
I'm
killing you.
not saying that businesses aren't corrupt. I'm not saying that businesses don't turn around and try to optimize for tax purposes, things like that. I'm not saying any of that.
Right.
because they do.
They
Again,
do. Yeah, there are bias that things happen.
There's things that happen. I'm not saying
Not
that none of that
disagreeing with that,
happens. But the part that irritates me, and it goes all the way back to literally our founding.
Yes.
You know, when Thomas Jefferson called John Adams a hermaphrodite. You know, it's the over the top lying.
Right.
It's the blaming
that
of
would
other
be- that would
people.
be Thomas Jefferson will see everybody's pikes on heads.
You mean heads on pikes?
No, pikes on heads.
They're pikes.
They're pikes on heads. Yeah.
Sure.
Sure. Let's go that way.
Yeah. And
Heads on pikes,
And
pikes
then
on heads.
He's a head of, the other one's a hermaphrodite. Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I can't. It's never going to stop. And that's what drives me nuts about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, stop it. Just, you want to blame them for, like, if you let them make the decision, if the other decision is made and that's what happens, then cool.
Yeah.
Blame them when they do actually do something wrong. But don't sit here and have a hand in it and go, it's not our fault. I didn't do nothing.
We didn't do it. It's like it's literally, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Yep.
I'm not touching you.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep. And I'm so sick of it. I really am. It is. I don't have the patience for this anymore. My give a damn is gone. It's empty.
Well, it's been empty for quite a while. We're just
I can't afford seeds. Oh,
or gas.
yeah, I can't afford nothing now, man. Dear God.
Jim
And the
and
bad part is,
cricket.
here's the deal. I just want to throw this little tidbit of information out there that unless something happens, which it doesn't sound like it's going to, but going back
it's
to
not
that,
going to. We have
well, I was gonna say going back to that story about the $10 a gallon at this gas station.
right. Yeah.
If something doesn't change, especially in that specific spot, which again I don't think can be done, because I think you're right. It's on the whole. Hey, so you know we're the only ones in this town, and so therefore you can't compare us to nothing, and this is the blah 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 yada yada. If that's the case, and it doesn't change,
Right.
then it's going to keep getting. Can you imagine what it's going to be in the year and a half, 2 years technically that we have until election?
884 days.
Oh, jeez.
884 days, 13 hours, 41 minutes to go.
I don't like you.
Until the next election day, which doesn't mean until Biden is out of office, because Biden stays in office for the 2 months after that.
9,973,827
Whatever it is. Seconds.
Whatever. Before we all get ready to die. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how long we've got.
Yeah, we have 884
Can you imagine
days.
what it's going to be in 800 and some odd days? Can you imagine how high the gas
We're going to have
in that town is?
We're going to have $10 gas.
Oh, probably. But it's going to.
I mean, I'm hoping not. I'm hoping it kind of levels out at about 5 max.
But here's the deal. Let's be completely honest. If gas, like that's just one town, and they are able to skirt away and get away with it.
Yeah.
You will destroy the country doing that.
Oh, we
you
are
will-
literally destroying the economy.
You
right
will
now.
shut. Like, when I say you shut it down, like it's going to be worse than
Oh, yeah.
COVID ever was.
I mean, I won't.
Which
be able
is
to-
what they want, by the way. They need something at the same magnitude of
COVID.
yes.
And the
as
only thing that they can
COVID.
do is just allow the gas prices to continue to go up until it's too expensive for people to drive.
Yeah, which will further hinder supply lines. People won't be able to go to work. Blah blah blah. All these great things.
Yeah. And then I'll have. It sounds like I need to find another career where I can stay at home.
No, but nobody's going to be able to get paid at that point. Like seriously, nothing, unless you could land something, that you could do over the phone
Or online.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Or that's what I meant. Online.
Yeah.
Over phone, online.
Yeah, right.
Other than that, and even those are going to be hard pressed. You're going to be making just a couple $100.
Yeah. So you're going to have to be working your ass off at home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you're going to be standing in line trying to pay for
Stupid things.
pittance.
Yeah.
Get a pittance so you can buy, bread and toilet paper and everything else.
Right.
If you don't already have a farm, if you don't already have something in play to start being somewhat self-sufficient,
You
then
might want to start looking.
you might want to start.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's going to be a bad day for you. I'm just saying. Because I don't want you to end up like that.
No, we don't.
James over on Twitter, remember the claims that a border wall would affect migratory birds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a 12-foot wall apparently crosses into the flight pattern of a bird that can't get higher than
12 feet. So turkeys.
Yeah. Well, turkeys can't even fly. Or no, I'm thinking chickens.
Yeah.
Turkeys can fly.
Turkeys can fly.
Well,
Wild turkeys can fly.
yeah, they drift.
Right. They can flutter.
It's. Have you ever seen one fly go from tree
I've
to
seen
tree?
one try. It was not.
It's funny.
It was hilarious.
It's like watching me run.
Anyway, for all y'all out there, stay tuned if you were part of the Defenders. And if you're not, we'll see you tomorrow. Otherwise,
Tomorrow.
see you then.
There's always tomorrow.
Yep.
It's
Bye.
only a day away.
Yeah, it is.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Going through random stuff, man. I tell you what.
People is talking Jack all over on Twitter. I love it. God is my witness. I thought turkeys could fly. WKRP in Cincinnati, I believe, is what that was from.
Oh, probably so. Yeah.
No, I'm telling you. I
Yeah,
believe that's exactly what that
Pretty
was
sure
from.
you're right. That's what I'm saying. It's good times.
So good.
So good. So,
Yes.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Oh, God. What now?
Has lashed out at Democrats on Sunday, who specifically ones who refused to use the progressive vocabulary linked to the word Latinx. Now, this has apparently this has nothing to do with the fact that 90% of the population, including the Latin population, has no idea what the hell Latinx is, and they don't care.
Well, no, it's just, in case you don't know, they're trying to.
It's the ungendered Latin whatever.
Yeah, they're trying to, but when you, because
no,
when
that's
you
what
say
I'm saying.
Latinx, it's supposed to imply for all of them.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because it's not being gendered. However,
Spanish is gendered.
I was going to say it's a gendered language.
You can't ungender a language whose basis of language is gendered.
Yeah, the people that actually speak the language, who spent their entire lives speaking the language, just think you look and sound like a effing moron. Because you think you are so pious that you have to be able to change it because, God forbid, the language that they speak, you decide
You're trying to change.
You're trying to change.
You're trying to make more quote unquote inclusive, which actually excludes them because you're changing their language.
Yeah, you're telling them that they can't do what they do. That's their language. If they want to change it, then they should change it, and they can come to you, not you being the I don't know.
You are not the arbiter.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not the arbiter of morality.
Once again,
of social morality, I guess.
of any of the no, this isn't even morality.
No, it's not. But I'm saying, but they think it is.
This isn't. You aren't the
How
arbiter.
dare you offend these people?
You aren't the arbiter of vocabulary. You aren't the arbiter of grammar. You aren't the arbiter of anything, especially you, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah, you can't decide for a whole demographic of people that their language is, which has been built on being gendered.
Mm-hmm. And mind you, I understand that you have some sort of root in that familial language.
Yeah, but that doesn't give you the right to turn around and tell everybody else, no, they have to do it this way.
Right. And you have no right whatsoever
you're-
to tell people that aren't Latin-esque.
Yeah.
And I say esque because you are much more Brooklyn, Bronx. You are much more Bronx urban Latina than you are anywhere close to actual Latin.
A little more Brooklyn and a little less Queens or something stupid like that.
You are much more Brooklyn than Argentina. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, I don't care if it was spoken in your home. Okay, great. Your abuela.
The one you don't take care of.
The one that you don't take care of. The one that lives out of the United States that you are like, oh, poor abuela, only when it's politically advantageous to you. Yeah, no, I don't believe you.
And then you're going to turn around and jump other people's junk because they're not using it?
Yes.
She would love me then.
Oh, yeah.
Because I call almost all of them Mexicans.
Every one of them.
Almost. I mean,
I'm from Puerto Rico. I don't care.
No. Okay, so having
You're from Puerto Rican then, all right.
having family that's Puerto Rican, having been around a lot of Puerto Ricans as a kid, like I can kind of tell the
that one?
difference. Yeah.
A little bit different.
Beyond that, though, yeah, no, you could be from Ecuador, Honduras. No, he's a Mexican.
Cuba.
As far as I'm concerned, yeah, Cuba. Well, in Cuba's you can kind of tell too sometimes.
Sometimes.
But yeah, at the end of the day, you're all Mexican. Sorry, and it's not meant to be ugly. It's just, and this is what kills me. Is
It's from Mexico to South America. You're all
everything south of the border
Mexican.
is Mexican.
Why?
Mexico is south of the border.
Because technically you should have passed through Mexico first.
Right. So the fact that they let you go means they accept you, which means ergo vis-a-vis you're Mexican. Sorry, that's
They accepted you across the border legally.
Yeah.
And then you came up here.
Yeah.
You're Mexican.
that's my deduction. That's how I play the game.
I'm from Ecuador. I don't care.
I am from Honduras.
Don't care.
Okay.
You came your Honduras all the way through.
Yeah.
Through Mexico.
So guess what?
You're Mexican
El
now.
Jefe, you're
You're Mexican now.
Mexican. I'm
Have
sorry.
fun with that.
It's just it's not, and it's not meant to be ugly. It's not meant to be derogatory. Hell, I don't even talk to most people like that directly about it anyway.
Right.
Like, oh, look at that Mexican over there.
You don't do that, obviously.
No, but if I don't know, I'm just going to default to what I do know, which
Yeah.
is Mexico
It's like, that's obviously somebody that speaks Spanish
from the South.
from the South.
So therefore, you're Mexican. Like you just said, you have to pass through Mexico.
I'm just saying, it's really funny when people, I don't know, like, first time I met Jay, he thought I was.
Thought you were what? Puerto Rican?
No, he thought I was Spanish. Like, he thought I was straight up.
He thought you were Cuban.
No. He thought I was at worst or at least a mix.
Oh, like half Honduran, half.
No, like half Mexican, half white lady.
Oh,
Like, yes, a mix. Like, he was like, it's like, really, dude? Like, I'm sorry.
you really? Hey, I know you said you told him that you're not, but what you need to do.
I should have just kept going.
No.
with it.
What you do? You could still do that. What you do is you mess with him,
Yeah.
and whenever next time we see him, you turn around and just
That'll
look.
be tomorrow.
Yeah, look at him dead in his face when he pops up. ¿Qué pasa, güey? Because ¿qué pasa obviously is Spanish, is.
Yeah.
But Mexicans, for some reason, throw way at it. Like actual Mexicans.
Yeah.
So you, ¿qué pasa, güey? He's going to like stare at you.
Just like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Pendejo. Anyways.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, I am.
Oh, anyway, so here's how her rant went. She said,
Her aunt went where?
her rant.
Oh, her rant.
Yeah, it's two R's right next to each other. I know I
Gotcha.
caught you off guard.
You did. It messed with you.
Yeah, she said, I also have a mini rant about this because there are some politicians, including Democrat politicians, that rail against the term Latinx.
Because it's stupid.
And they're like, this is so bad. This is so bad for the party. Like, blah, blah, blah.
She actually said like blah, blah, blah,
blah.
It is bad for the party. Again, the party is predominantly white, old people.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's very bad for the party to
It-
assume that everyone that is Latin is now Latinx,
Yeah.
especially when they say, no, we're not.
It's just so stupid.
Yeah.
It's incredibly stupid. Like, to me, that's even worse than the whole name thing to begin with. Okay? Because if you
Yeah.
as an individual come to me and
Yeah,
say,
right.
"Hey, Dylan, listen, I've decided that I would like to be referred to as, her and Hiccup." Okay?
Sure.
Whatever.
Right.
In-
Individually, person to person.
Yes. And if you come to me and say that, that's bad enough. Okay? As a situation. But cool, you are doing it of your own
Free will.
and your own
whatever.
thing,
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
Now, if you came to me and said, people like Jay, we need to call them, theirs, and Hiccups. And I'm going to look at you and say, well, why? And you will say, because
That's more inclusive.
it's more inclusive. And I'm going to look at you and say, is is it really that inclusive? You'll say yes. And I'll ask, well, did they want that? And you'll say no, but we're doing it for them because they're too stupid. And then I'm going to punch you in the mouth for being racist.
Right.
Because that's exactly what it is. You think you are so above the actual people and culture that live it and use it daily that you're going to turn around and tell them what they need to do
Because you know better.
because you know better.
Yeah.
Jackass.
She goes on and says, and like, it's almost like it hasn't struck some of these folks that another person's identity is not about your reelection prospects.
Hold on. Pause there for just a moment. That someone else's identity is not about your reelection prospects.
It's not.
I think, no, it's not.
It's not.
But I would argue that if these Democrats that she's complaining about were to suddenly start using
Their reelection prospects.
the
would
Latinx,
tank.
no, they did the Latinx thing.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. They would be then pandering, trying to then kiss ass to them to get the vote.
But it would tank.
Maybe not. According to her, it wouldn't.
According to her, but according to other things that I'm about to show you
Oh, there's more.
and talk to you about,
Oh,
it will.
good.
Yes.
So my migraine's going to continue. Fantastic.
Yes. She continues on saying, like, this is not about us. Second of all,
Where was first? Hold on. Who's on first? I don't understand.
second of all,
It doesn't make any sense. How do you can't.
if I put a little X on your campaign literature and what you think is the difference between winning and losing an election, you need to talk about healthcare more.
What?
You need to raise people's wages. You need to talk about more issues that also matter to people.
That doesn't make any sense at all. You know, she's going to be the type that will do a bullet point thing. She'll be like, number 1 is this.
Number X is this.
No, I was like, yeah, B is this.
Yeah.
Purple.
Is the next one.
Next one.
That was all about using Latinx.
But what are you doing putting stuff on someone else's campaign stuff?
That's really not nice of you.
You're an idiot.
Yep. See, here's the problem, though.
Okay.
Even though Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is alleging that her concerns about with being inclusive,
Allegedly.
4% of Hispanics prefer Latinx.
Yeah.
4%.
Yeah. No, I heard you.
Another damning survey showed that a significant majority, roughly about 82%, believe the term to be offensive.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Probably for the exact same reasons we said, where it's a gender-based language.
And you're literally
And
destroying the gender.
yes, and you are turning around and deciding for them that that's how you're going to call them and have them call themselves.
Well, the funny thing you say that. See, the reason why, and I read on, the reason why Hispanic people do not support in the using the term Latinx is because the word doesn't make any grammatical sense in the Spanish language at all.
Nope.
Not at all. See,
It
Spanish utilizes grammatical gender and a linguistic feature used by approximately 1/4 of all languages. Grammatical gender is often unrelated to biological gender and instead ensures a grammatical coherence with language.
Yes. It's
It's just coherent.
it's crazy how that works out.
It's certain items have male names. Certain items have female names.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the gender of the thing.
No, that's the name. That is like deciding that 007, James Bond 007,
Yes.
should no longer be James Bond 007. Now, I'm not talking about it from the
It
angle.
should be James Bond,
No, it should be,
Jonathan Blunt.
there you go. Number 4438. You know what I mean?
Could be anything.
That's what you're going to sit there and say because all that's unoffensive or whatever. That doesn't make sense. You can't decide for somebody what any of their stuff is going to be. I think people making up this stuff for themselves is bad enough. The whole gender thing and, I'm going to be a girl when I'm really a guy biologically and all this stuff.
Call me demon self.
Right. I think all that's crazy enough as it is. But I'll be damned if somebody else is going to sit there and tell somebody else what they need to call themselves.
Right.
Because that is the literal epitome of being a racist.
Yeah.
In every stretch of the imagination.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree.
And poo-poo on you.
Yep.
So there. Anyway.
Well, there's that.
So there we go.
Yes.
A migrant caravan numbered at nearly 10,000 people, possibly the largest ever, departed from the Mexico-Guatemala border Monday.
See, once again.
And guess where they're headed?
Here.
Right here. Caravan left Tapachula on Monday. Currently has about 9,000 migrants, mostly from Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua. It is predicted to add several thousand more people before it reaches the southern border by a coastal route. So at least it's scenic.
Yeah, it's scenic, coastal routes.
It's pretty.
It's going to be very nice.
It's pretty. One of the caravan members, a Haitian migrant, told Fox News they expect President Joe Biden to keep his campaign promises and permit them to seek asylum in the United States.
Yeah, right.
No. And he will.
No.
He will.
He will not.
How much you want to bet? I mean, I'm not, a genius or anything, but I'm going to go out on a limb.
Say that he's going to keep his promises.
Mm-hmm. Quote, he promised the Haitian community that he will help. He will recall Title 42. He will help us have real asylum.
Sorry, that's already been pushed against him from the courts. He can't recall it. Sorry, bud. I don't know where you're getting your news from, but it's a bit late.
They're still going to get in.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They're still going to get in.
But I'm saying.
Luis Villagran. What? That's exactly how you say it.
Yes.
Villagran.
Yes.
The caravan's organizer.
Oh, wow. He's got an organizer now.
He's
organizing.
When it gets that big, you kind of need
have to organize a little bit.
Yeah. You kind of need somebody calling the shots. Mm-hmm. Gave more details to Fox News on the size and progress of the caravan. Quote, we're around 9,500. It measures 5.5. I'm sorry.
They should have spaced that.
They
better.
should have. 5.5 kilometers from the start to the end. People keep on joining. In the first police check, there were approximately 150 National Guard, INM, State Police, and let us go through freely.
Which is stupid.
Federal judge in May prevented the Biden administration from rescinding the public health order known as Title 42, a pandemic policy that requires migrants seeking asylum to the United States to wait outside the country for its processing. Title 42 also grants immigration enforcement extra authority to deport immigrants that enter the country illegally. That doesn't have anything to do, though, with someone actually seeking asylum.
They're not.
You have to wait outside, but it doesn't hinder them from getting in.
Oh, yeah. You can come and seek asylum all you want.
Yes.
That is not a problem, okay? Actual asylum seeking is not a problem.
I don't think
having a caravan of 10,000 people is bringing an army.
Yeah, my thing is what is their definition of
asylum?
Asylum. What fits under that parameter?
I don't know what their definition is. That's
what I would like to know. I don't know either. I think I may have tried looking once before and I can't find nothing. I would like to know what their definition of it is. Because I know what the dictionary says.
I mean, we got it right here just in case.
But I want to know what is the government's definition. What fits under the parameters of what counts as worthy of asylum?
Well, just so we have a basic understanding.
Okay.
So, actual definition, of asylum, protection and immunity from extradition granted by the government to a political refugee from another country.
Okay.
Or,
Well, just
okay,
real quick. Are any of these people going are being chased by their government, as in needing to be brought back? Would be brought back? Would any one of these
No.
10,000 plus people
no,
be
because they
brought
would've-
back by their government?
No, their government doesn't care.
They don't give a flying fig.
Does not care.
Nope.
A place offering protection and safety, a shelter.
That's closer to what asylum is, but again, I would like to know what falls under that purview, but go ahead.
Okay, and then the other one is protection or shelter, refuge,
Yeah.
like a refugee. Now, legally, oh, it won't play that way. Okay,
Nope.
darn.
Dang darn dang it.
Dang it.
Drat.
Legally, let's say, people who can prove that they will be persecuted if they are returned to their home country can apply for asylum in the United States.
How do you approve that?
Much persecution is based on race, religion, and politics, but there are other reasons as well. Students are frequently targeted for persecution, particularly if they choose to engage in social and political activism.
Hold on, stop. Right there. So if you as an individual knowingly piss off
The government.
your government,
Yes, you can seek asylum afterwards.
Jesus.
That's true. I mean, that's normal, though. That is normal.
No, and I got that, but it's still a
Because
law
there's
in
a-
your country. Like
Well, there's
this.
a lot of dictatorial countries out there.
No, and I understand that, and they don't want nobody talking junk about them. I
Right.
got that.
And they don't want revolution, so they're going to squash it as quickly as
I
possible.
understand that too. However, I'm just saying, it because you stand out and picket against something like that, you're gonna be persecuted.
The tallest nail gets hit.
I know, I got it, but still, whatever. Okay, keep going.
It's what it is.
Keep going.
It's what it is.
Keep going.
All right? Okay, so you got that.
I don't want it.
You got
Sure.
that's where
No,
we're
I
at,
got
right?
it. I got
That's
it.
where we're
I
at?
got it. I got
Okay.
it. Go ahead.
All right. Women in some countries may be subject to severe punishment, including execution, simply by having a baby out of wedlock. Not south of the border. Nope.
And even if it was, like, again,
I have not heard that happen south of the border where that is a law, mainly because they want to have as many kids as possible to further control the people. Homosexuals are also persecuted in a number of countries, especially those with religious or where religion is an integral part of the governments, meaning the Middle East.
not south of the border.
No. Continuing on, people with criminal records, including aggravated felonies, such as serious crimes, rape, and murder, are generally not eligible for asylum. Thank God.
Generally,
Generally not.
not eligible.
Nor are those who have been found guilty of subversive activities against other government agencies. Waivers are difficult to obtain. A person would need to provide substantive and irrefutable proof
Irrefutable. Yeah, but
that he or she has been wrongfully and falsely charged by his or her government for that to be put through. Also, those who have been those who have communicable diseases
But you
and
know
those
they-
who have physical and mental disorders are ineligible to seek asylum.
yeah, but you know damn well that none of these people, none of the 10,000, I'm not going to say none. Very few of that 10,000 can prove any of that, and they're still going to get in.
Yeah.
Like it just
So
doesn't-
this is what the government's supposed to go by. This is the legal ramification set up. These are the people that should be able to come in. These are the people that shouldn't be able to come in. How they come in, all the rest of it. That is actually the legal setup for it.
Yeah.
And yet, you and I both know,
that ain't going to happen.
nowhere close.
But it sounds pretty good.
Sounds good on paper, right?
It does sound great on paper.
Sounds great on paper.
I'll be damned.
They're back.
This is Defenders Live.
Yay!
Yay! So Pope Francis recently fueled speculation of his potential retirement by announcing that he would visit the central Italian city of L'Aquila in August to
Oh, yeah?
participate in a feast initiated by Pope Celestine the Fifth.
Yeah.
Never heard of him. One of the few pontiffs to resign his post prior to Pope Benedict. What is that? 10, 9.
16.
Is that 16?
It's a 10, 5, and a 1.
Yeah, but I was trying to make sure I was seeing the one on the right side. Yeah, Benedict the 16th. His resignation in 2013.
Yes.
Italian and Catholic media alike have been rife with unsubstantiated speculation over whether the 85-year-old Pope might be planning to follow in the steps of his predecessor, Pope Benedict the 16th. Increasingly so, Pope Francis has been experiencing mobility problems that have become more and more visible as he has been forced to use a wheelchair on a daily basis for the last month, according to the Associated Press.
That does suck.
It does. It does. I'm not going to say it doesn't. Rumors of the Pope's pending resignation intensified over the past few weeks after Francis's announcement on consistory to create 21 new cardinals, 16 of whom are under the age of 80 and are eligible to vote in the conclave to elect the successor of Francis.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't understand the most of that stuff. What all you think? The
So
only thing I
anyway-
know about all that is
yeah.
what it come from watching the Borgias.
So the old man's going to pass,
The
torch.
Allegedly.
allegedly. He's going to pass the torch.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's what it sounds like.
No promises.
Yeah. No
I'm not
problem.
Catholic, so I really don't care.
I don't know.
Either way.
Either way.
I don't either.
And now for something completely different.
Texas State Representative Brian Slatton has pledged to put forward legislation to protect children from being exposed to drag queen performances. On Saturday, the Mr. Mistar Bar in Dallas held a drag event that had been advertised as, quote, fit for guests of all ages, end quote.
Now, stop you there.
Oh, fine.
First off,
Sure.
Mr. Bar in Dallas.
I think the key word that is not italicized or even capitalized is bar.
Bar.
It's a bar. That's where they serve alcohol.
Yes. You don't bring kids to the bar.
No, I would even argue that I think they're not allowed. Like even here,
Oh, no, you can.
when you go to Aunt Betty's Cafe, you can't get, like the kids can't even come in the store with you. Like they have to sit in the
Yeah,
car.
they can. Yeah, they can.
Really?
Yeah. At like, if you go to like, just like.
Maybe
a
I'm
bar-
afraid of them knocking a bottle over, so I don't
think
take
you're
them in
not
there.
worried about- Yeah, no, like, okay, so take for instance, like, I will say, you know, one of the things that my dad always loved to do is he loves to shoot pool.
Yeah.
And I agree. I enjoy it as well. So he used to take me, and like he started taking me to shoot pool at, 10, 11 or whatever.
Yeah.
You just couldn't sit at the bar. Couldn't sit at the bar. You had to sit at a table. That was the point. And it was under direct supervision of whatever adult was there. You had to stay within eyesight of them. You weren't running around and doing all the other crap. And so in North Carolina, that's legal. You just can't sit at the bar.
Okay. Well, maybe it is.
You know what I mean? And until, that's the point. But that being said, that was just to go shoot pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was no alternative anything. There wasn't any, no, it was
No ulterior motive. or nothing?
no. Let's go shoot pool. Why? Because we're spending time together. I like shooting pool. I want to teach you how to shoot pool so that we can do it together. Okay, great. That sounds really fun.
Sure.
Let's do that. And that was the deal. This is not a bonding experience. Of course, it could be a bondage experience,
Ooh. No.
and most likely it was,
That's not right.
because if you let's just say there was like 15 stories about this
Oh, I know. I think
Just the drag queen thing.
I think I've seen the video of it.
Yeah. And I will tell you, based upon the screenshots that I've seen, there was bondage
No, I know.
stuffs.
Yeah. No, I saw it too.
And that's whatever for you as an adult,
Yeah. Knock yourself out, dude.
not for kids,
No, not for the children's.
not for the children's.
Saturday. Or, quote, Misters drag the kids to Pride drag show. Provides the ultimate family-friendly Pride experience. Again, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you're a drag queen.
That don't matter.
I don't care if you are gay. I don't care if you're any part of that whole.
Quilt bag society.
Yeah, don't care. Stop trying to make me watch it and then pat you on the back for it.
Also, stop trying to take my kids there.
Well, I'm saying I start with stop trying to force me there, because then that's what they're doing is they're going to the kids.
Yeah.
Excuse me, because if they get the kids into it, then you're still forcing me to go.
Right.
Because now the kids are going to want to go, and most of these parents are like, "Oh, you're not going to deny your children, are you?"
Yes, I am.
Now you bet your ass I am.
You bet your ass.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It's going to happen so quickly.
It's going to make your head twist.
It'll make it pop like a 9mm.
It can if I see my kid around your junk like that.
Especially around your junk like that.
That's gross. The signature event is a family-friendly spinoff of our famed Champagne Drag Brunch with our resident DJ Charlie Fresh
PH.
with a PH. Playing some of your favorite hits, spinning it on the ones and twos, while host Nicole O'Hara
Monroe.
oh, I didn't even see that one, brings together some of the best drag entertainers around. In quote, that was a description on Eventbrite.
Yeah.
In a statement, Slayton said, quote, "The event of the past weekend were horrifying and more disturbing trend in which perverted adults are obsessed with sexualizing young children. As a father of 2 young children, I would never take my kids to a drag show. And I know that the Texas House Speaker Dade Felon and the rest of my Republican colleagues would neither. Protecting our own children isn't enough. Our responsibility as lawmakers extends to the sexualization that is happening across Texas."
You can't legislate morality.
Well, no, you can't.
You can't. You just can't do it.
No.
On both ways, both sides. Everything. You can't legislate morality.
Yeah, you can't.
It doesn't matter what you think. Would I rather this bill happen than something else? Sure.
Of course.
Sure. But it's not going to change anything.
No,
It's not going to help anything. In fact, it's going to be a problem. It's going to cause issues.
As much as as a dad, I would agree with that. The thing about it is I'm also one of those people that wouldn't have my kids go to any of that in the first place. So by default, it wouldn't be needed. The law wouldn't be needed.
Yeah. Side note, by the way.
Sure.
Side note. So our Carolina Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they hired their first transgender cheerleader.
I
Yep. Not transitioned, by the way. It's just a very skinny man
of course it is.
with makeup on
Of course it is.
and no hair.
Well, they wear a wig probably.
No, not in the picture presented.
Okay. I mean, again, forcing this kind of stuff is completely asinine. It's bad enough that these people are doing it. But I mean, the problem with it is not that they do it. The fact of the matter is that we've allowed them to start forcing this kind of stuff on it. You know, squeaky wheel gets the grease and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
If we've all would stand to a point and just kind of say, and everyone, and I know, because I know it's way more people. Again, 4% at one point. We were talking about, I think it was like this minuscule little thing just for the Latinx thing from the last article.
Yeah.
The concept still runs the same thing. The drag show people, the LGBTQ community as a whole is minuscule compared to the rest of society. And yet they're the ones dictating it. They have not just 1, but 2 months in the year that everybody goes all crazy over and have to show them this special stuff. Like, stop it. Just stop it.
Yeah.
Live your life. Be who you want to be. And stop pushing it on the rest of us.
I
Like,
agree.
seriously.
I agree.
I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
Just stop. Just stop.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to have these drag shows. Stop trying to make it appealing for children. Stop doing all of that stuff. And just be you. That's it.
Do the
That's all
thing
you
that you were doing before, because you were doing just fine then,
do the voodoo that you do so well.
not in front of the kids.
And leave the kids out of it. Let the kids decide what they want to do
When
from
they become adults.
Well, yeah, as an adult, as a genuine,
Let them wait.
question in life.
Let them wait.
Stop inundating them with all of this stuff and be like,
They
oh,
can
no.
wait until they're adults.
Yeah. Because otherwise, you're just a pedophile. And I'll say that to your face.
Yep.
Anyway.
Sexualizing children, you're a pedophile. So, speaking of just being yourself,
And a pedophile?
and probably a pedophile too, Tiger King star, Bhagavan Doc
Oh.
Antle.
I was getting ready to say Carol Baskins.
No, Bhagavan Doc Antle was arrested by the FBI on Friday.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
By
arrested
the FBI.
FBI
Holy God.
on the
that's...
Fridays.
Wow.
Yeah, several media outlets reported that Antle would face federal money laundering charges.
Ruh-roh raggy.
Yeah, Antle, who owns a Myrtle Beach safari in the South Carolinas,
Or owned.
it's kind of owned now, was arrested by the FBI and booked into the J. Rubin Long Detention Center
Sure he was.
in Conway. Associated Press reported that, quote, the charges related to the allegations of money laundering. A person's familiar with the matter told the AP on Saturday. The person could not discuss the matter publicly, and the AP and spoke to the AP on a condition of anonymity.
You need to quit talking to him, period, is what you need to do.
That's right.
Like, seriously, just shut up.
Yeah.
It's not your business.
The charges.
I hate it when they do that. Well, I'll talk to you, but I can't.
Anonymous.
I can't tell you about it. Then
I'm gonna be
shut the hell up.
I'm going to talk to you, but you can't say my name.
And I know that nobody's going to actually honor it, but that just goes to show that nobody has any actual honor or anything about themselves.
It's like, I'm sorry, it's not that big of a deal unless you're literally breaking the law to send out the news.
And a lot of them do that.
Like, is it breaking the law to talk about a case like this?
Yes, because they said they couldn't say anything. So it may not be a law, but they might get fired. So if it's something you shouldn't...
If you shouldn't be doing
Come here,
it,
children. Let me tell you a story. My mama always said that if you're doing something you're going to have to lie about, you probably shouldn't do it. If you're not going to put your name on it, then don't do it. It's probably something you shouldn't do. So there you go.
that's true.
It's absolutely true. If you're going to have to lie about it, if you can't put your name on it, if you're not going to be open and honest about it, then guess what? Don't do it. You jackasses.
Antle's daughter was also charged with misdemeanors, similar offenses.
Wow.
Yep. Actually, hers were cruelty to animal counts.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks bad.
Also for violating Endangered Species Act.
Which is not hard to do, apparently.
Really not. NBC News reported that Antle has a history of recorded violations going back as far as 1989.
Holy cow.
When he was first fined by the Department of Agriculture for abandoning deer and peacock at his zoo in Virginia.
Okay.
Over the years, he has more than 35 USDA violations for mistreating of animals.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not good.
See, pretty much everybody from Tiger King was freaking trash.
They are all garbage.
All trailer trash folk that are just terrible. I mean, the worst trailer trash people. And if you couldn't tell by the bleach blonde
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. All of them are bleach blonde. It's not just Florida that does that to people, by the way.
Yeah, no. Tiger King, bleach blonde, everything with all the rest of it. Like, you should have figured it out.
You should have. You didn't, but you should have.
Everybody that watched it was like, oh, this is so funny. These people are so weird. No, that's them.
Take a hint.
They abuse animals and each other.
Take a hint.
You should stop.
Right. Just don't do it.
You should stop.
You should.
You should stop.
Jackasses.
It's just what it is.
Stop being stupid.
Stop being stupid.
You so stupid.
You're stupid.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Speaking of stupid.
Because there's a lot of that going around.
Overdose rates in the state of Oregon has rose.
It's a rose?
It has rose. Or the risens.
A rose by any other name.
Yes. It has arisen. By 700%.
Wow. Really?
And this after the votes in the state approved ballot measure to decriminalize all hard drugs.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Voters in the state of Oregon voted to decriminalize all hard drugs in pursuit of encouraging those struggling with drug addiction to seek medical help.
So just so we're clear,
Yeah.
they decriminalize it
Yep.
to
Get help.
help people
Yep.
and have instead it has caused an uptick.
Well, this is common actually.
It is?
Yeah. Funny enough, we've talked about this happening.
Really?
Yeah.
When you open up the floodgates and just kind of let things happen?
Yeah. So one of the things we talked about this when we talked about the whole legalizing all drugs and all the rest of
The
it.
slippery slope.
The slippery slope of that and all the. But no, there are countries out there that have legalized pretty much all drugs,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And what you see happen is an immediate spike. I mean, immediate spike, and a hard one at that.
Yes.
You see a huge immediate spike of drug abuse, overdose, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Okay. And then, as soon as all those junkies die, and the casual users are
That's
left.
so sad to think about, but it's true.
And the casual users are left.
Yeah.
Okay.
We call those recreational.
The recreational casual user who knows how to, I don't know, live and work and play without overdoing it,
Okay.
and has some modicum of restraint.
Just some.
Is the
Okay.
you know
Just
some
a teensy-weensy little bit.
enough to where they can do the things but also still function in society. Those ones.
Yeah.
Once that spike occurs and we hit the bell curve, what's going to happen is you have a dramatic decrease, and then it'll even out.
Huh. Even out, you say?
It'll even out. It'll be a huge spike, a slow decline as people die, because this is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Spike, decline, and then it'll even out. And the evening out happens, it'll actually be lower. Like the numbers will eventually get lower than what the average was prior to.
Yes.
And that's where it'll stay.
Okay.
It stays about in that range. So like let's say if their numbers were in the 10% range, right?
Okay.
10 to 15%, whatever, overdose.
Yeah. Give or
Okay.
take. Yeah.
10% of the population, 50% overdose.
Mm-hmm.
It's up 700%.
That's a lot.
Okay. So instead of 10%, it's like 70%. It's a lot.
That's a big increase.
It's a bit much.
That's a huge increase. Well, and I would argue when you stop and think about it, like, of course it's gone up high. It's not just the legalizing it. It's not just the natural effect of
It's also the fentanyl
legalizing.
and everything else involved.
Well, no, but I was gonna say it's the way that society that there's everyone is at each other's throats.
Mm-hmm.
The stress of that.
Yeah.
There's the stress of the economy is in the toilet. People
Yep.
are struggling to make ends meet.
Oh yeah. If the economy was stable, the spike would never have been this bad.
No, I mean,
It might have been.
it would have been up. It would have been a spike.
It'd have been like a 250%.
But yeah, it wouldn't be nothing.
It wouldn't be 700% more.
Yeah.
You know, so it'll hit that spike, it'll go down, and then so if it was 10% before the thing, by the time it's all over in about 2 years, this is how long it takes, about 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Just in time for the election.
Just in time for the election, in about 2-3 years, it'll be evened out at about 8%.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not when you're at 700%. It probably won't be, but
Well, no, even still,
no, I don't think it's going to be that low. I don't think it's going to drop.
no, yeah.
It's still going to be way up.
It'll be about 20%.
Yeah, close.
If it was 10% and then it went 700% high, and then it'll go down to like 20% instead.
Yeah, but still, that's a lot.
But that's a huge success after 700%.
That is incredibly a lot.
But once again, it's because all the people that OD die.
Right. So they're all dead.
So they get rid of them.
Which is crazy to me because they have no problems with those numbers, knowing that that's what these drugs do.
Yeah.
Okay. Knowing that this is how these people are acting with it. Mm-hmm. And they have no problems opening up the floodgates to it and saying, oh, yeah, no, we're going to legalize this to quote unquote help people. But you're going to turn around and be like, well, we have to get rid of guns.
Yep.
Because, people die. You're not handing other people guns to that level. You know what I mean? You're not doing anything like that. You're just it's so stupid.
That's the funny thing. Like this person, Lily Morgan, a Republican state official, said that in her community there have been a 700% increase in overdoses and 120% increase in deaths.
Jeez, that's incredible.
But that's what happens.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Yeah, which again would be normal, except for
it's a lot more.
It's a lot more than what it should be.
A lot more than what it should be. I'm just saying. It's a bit much.
Idle hands are the devil's plaything.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So, there you go. Like daggone it. California knows how to party.
California
knows
how to party.
California is one of the country's most politically liberal states.
Yes.
In case you were not aware.
If you didn't know.
Yeah, those of you playing the home game, tuck that one away.
Yep.
We'll do something like that later.
Bingo later.
Yeah. That might not be a bad idea for Fridays, doing something similar to that.
A bingo game?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Kind of like a moron trivia kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But do we have to call it something completely else? Because I'm sure that's copywritten and
don't copy me.
And I don't want it to be like that. But anyway.
Yeah.
Playing like Are You Paying Attention game.
Do you remember?
Anyway, California is one of the most liberal states in the union politically.
Yeah.
And as it pertains to the Second Amendment, no state places more restrictions on its residents. That's the whole state, by the way. That's not
the entire state.
Yeah, that's not the.
It's not cities. It's not. No, it's the entire state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
So, under the simple logic espoused by many Democrat gun lawmakers and gun control advocates, California should experience significantly less gun crime than other states. Yeah, logic dictates.
That's what they say.
Logic dictates.
If you follow what they say,
that once it's gone,
then it's gone.
Then it's gone. You don't have to worry about
anything. Can't do anything with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But according to a new report from the FBI, the exact opposite is true when it comes to one specific gun violence statistic in America.
America's gun violence statistic.
America's gun violence statistic. In a report published this year, the Bureau assessed that California led all states.
All states.
All 50. So it is number one out of 50.
Numero uno.
Coming in at number one, California, as the number of active shooter incidents in 2021, accounting for 6 of the 61 total incidences.
They're the highest number of active shooter cases per state.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know, crazy, right? But nobody would think that's
it's not possible.
Nothing, right?
Not possible. They don't have guns there.
The data comes as a surprise to the nonprofit Everytown for Gun Safety, which ranked the Golden State as number one in the country for gun law strength.
Right, because it is, and it sucks. Because it makes people weak.
Well, it does. You become dependent on
emergency services.
on other things, and you're not going to be able to survive that. There's a point where you have to do for you, and they're trying to take that away from you. Anyway,
They're going to take it away.
quote, California has some of the strongest gun laws in the country and leads the nation in having the most comprehensive system of removing firearms from those who are legally prohibited from having a gun.
Right?
With gun sense candidate Gavin Newsom as governor, the state has enacted new gun safety legislation. That was according to the progressive organization, Everytown.
Sure.
Among the laws on the books that make California the nation's foremost gun restrictive state are universal background checks, bans on so-called assault weapons, which again, that's literally every gun.
Scary looking gun ban.
Well, but
yeah, I know.
by definition, that should be every gun.
Every gun, basically.
Because every gun technically can commit assault. And high-capacity magazines.
Anything above like 6 rounds.
Here's the thing, and I wanted to pause on that just for a moment, just to bring this to everybody's attention. If let's just say that is successful, that they're able to pull like Canada did, like the Canadians, and they're able to go, you have no magazine in any gun whatsoever can be above 5. You can have 5 rounds in a gun. That's it. That just means that people are going to become more accurate.
It also means they're going to carry more clips.
And that too. But they're going to become accurate. They're going to, it's no more, spray and pray. It's going to be.
I have to know that this shot's going to count.
Yeah, it's good. You're going to find a lot more people end up being dead than what's going on now because there's going to be more precise shots being made. But I digress.
Whatever.
Waiting periods for gun purchases. Red flag laws. A good cause requirement to obtain concealed carry permit. A number of
good cause.
You have to give them a good reason as to why they should allow you to have a concealed carry permit.
Second Amendment.
It's not good enough. And a number of gun carry bans
there
on public grounds, according to Breitbart, which first reported the active shooter incident data.
Wow.
California Governor Gavin Newsom has also recently proposed legislation to raise the minimum age for sales and transfer of firearms and invest state funds into supporting, quote, community violence intervention strategies, Everytown added. But the FBI active shooter incident report seems to bolster the need for law-abiding citizens to own and carry guns.
Yeah.
Which is funny because they did the same thing for Chicago.
Every time.
And it still comes back to the same thing.
Yep.
That Chicago itself has some of the strictest laws in the nation for a city.
Yep.
And has some of the craziest violence ever.
Exactly.
The report also excluded shooting incidents that occurred as a result of self-defense, gang or drug violence, domestic disputes, crossfires, and hostage situations. Last year, 61 incidents caused 243 total casualties, killing 103, wounding 140 across the nation, and 12 met the definition of a mass killing, resulting in 3 deaths or more. Love how they just roll all that and they think it's all supposed to fly. Isn't that great?
Well, mass killing is 3 or more people. You got to make sure it has to be more than 3.
No, stop it. Just stop it.
If you kill more than one person, it's a mass shooting.
Stupid.
Technically.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Yeah.
You guys have fun. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.